Hello, my name is Abe, and welcome back to the Darkest Dungeon 2. Yeah, I don't remember what character I said I was gonna take on this run because it's been a few days since I played Darkest Dungeon. I think I said I was gonna bring along the Flagellant, and I can't look at this because I always mouse over the new ones to make them disappear from the list. But I think I unlocked something interesting for the Flagellant as a trinket, but we'll have to jump into the run to actually see what it is, which is fine. We got a lot of good trinkets. Also, can you see the ancestor specific trinkets in here? I think the answer to that question is no, but I wanna maybe take a flagellant on this run and see if we can find that trinket that does 1 damage at the beginning and end of turn, because that's actually like academic studies. Because that actually seems like a very good trinket, and I didn't actually do it. But I do remember that the heart trinket that you get from the academic studies, the beating heart that has a chance of bleeding you or healing you, you get that from the flesh in a cage. Whatever, let's embark. Last run was a good run. We ended up getting like, I don't know, 80, 100 candles or something. We've upgraded a lot of things. Let's jump into it and see if the the academic has any dialogue for us. Okay, well, I mean, I gotta select the, we're on the third one, right? Obsession. I know that people have been very negative about the third boss. I don't know anything about it. Well, okay, I know one tiny thing about it, but it's not really a spoiler, but I'm not gonna say it regardless. I don't know anything about the third boss. I don't know the mechanics of the third boss, but there was a patch to Darkest Dungeon that adjusted the fight, and then also in the patch notes, the developers say, people don't like the third boss, we're going to rework it in the future. But for right now, this is after the first patch that adjusted it slightly. I don't know what it does. I'm gonna tell you what the patch note says. It says, it'll randomly target a hero when it can't randomly target a hero. I don't know what that means, but we'll go to the Obsession, third confession. Let's do it.
Mania and misery, companions to the last.
You can, in fact, open your inventory. Velatrittenmart, you are a god. So what do we have? Gain when hit. If you are stunned, heal. On turn end speed. If stained, turn start. We were gonna take a leper because we have a super high crit blind trinket that works very well with the leper. Look at that. So yeah, I think we should absolutely bring a leper along. Not the Flagellant. We could bring along both, admittedly. We'll figure it out when we actually get there. Adrenaline tonic, songbook of touching dirges. Isn't there also a porn manual? There is also a porn manual. Would you look at that? The dartboard. Some some ropes. Knotted ropes. And death's door resist until the next inn. Good to like save these for a boss fight, I feel. So yeah, let's bring a leper because the leper is already going to be blinded. He might as well have an insanely high crit chance to go along with it, and then we can also take markers. We can give him like a jester or an occultist. The occultist is fantastic, but let's see if we have any dialogue.
We set out immediately into the kaleidoscopic wilds of the countryside, and by sundown, reached the remote manor whose whereabouts forms the sole contents of that cryptic invitation. At the behest of our charismatic host, we feasted beneath the banner of the Iron Crown, questioned exhaustively by an eager cabal of masked delegates.
Oh my god, it's lore.
The crossroads.
It's the ancestor. The academic's not talking to the ancestor, he's talking to someone else. We play a new character in this game, I feel. Hopefully the music isn't too loud. It feels a little loud for me. I'm gonna crank it down just a tiny bit, and I'm gonna turn on VSync. I'm noticing a little bit of tearing myself. You probably don't though. And we're gonna turn it on to high graphics quality. Game gets a little framey in weird situations, but I think it should be fine for now. Okay. Now, gonna be the air. I guess, yeah. I guess you're not, cause yeah, I guess in Darkest Dungeon 1, you are not actually given a face. You're not the caretaker, you're the heir. We want a leper. We can also give him Tempest. Better damage on shop, better debuff resist, disease resist, lower HP. You know, we could also resist the,
Making peace with adversity is the very
can't look at his abilities.
of existence.
Debuff resist 20. Why? I guess it doesn't show you the changes here on that screen. Minus 3% crit. Safe route scouting. Yeah, so we'll bring along a leper. We'll give him that relic that makes him blinded, because he's already going to be blinded. I wish I could, like, double check that he gets blinded, but, like, I can't. It doesn't exist anywhere here when you're looking at the character. It doesn't exist that he gets blinded every turn, but I know he gets blinded. Anyways, he's gonna get blinded. Ignores blind when comboed. So we really want to get a combo creator. I think the Jester for that is beautiful. The Jester can move forward and apply combo, and then also with Fade to Black being upgraded, apply combo when moving backwards. So I think we kind of have to have a Jester. We could also bring along a Occultist, but we did that last time. Maybe we want to mix it up a little bit here, try something else. We could bring along a Flagellant regardless.
An undying blight upon the soul.
We have a little bit of DOT. Another, he's not really a frontline tank. Really, the leper is the frontline tank because he has withstand, which is a very nice blocking ability. But if he's doing this much damage, we want him to smack, 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 smack. Jester can be for stress relief. Also important because the Flagellant does have a heal that applies stress. And then for the back line, what would we like? Maybe we could roll the Firestarter, Twisted Firestarter?
Save a burning will to survive.
Yeah, the Flagellant is kind of a tank with more. You know, it literally also does apply taunt, so that makes total sense. And then maybe we could roll a backline Fire Lady here. When she eats combos, but she also does apply combos with Smoke Screen. She has a personal heal, which is quite nice. It's infinitely usable and gives her a little bit of stealth, which I kind of like because it means that everyone else is going to... Oh, she can also remove blind, you know? That's actually quite interesting. So we don't want her attacking the front line with the combo. She can attack the back line with the combo, or apply combo, or remove blindness. You have to have blind for the trinket to work. That's a very good point. So we probably don't want to remove blindness. We will probably instead focus more on applying combo, which happens with the smoke screen. I will say, we don't have very good backline targeting, but we can still hit the back with the Jester, with the Flagellant, with Acid Rain, with the burn unit, and then on those types of turns, we can get like a withstand going here with the leper and start building up better blocks for him. And he can function as a tank for a few turns while everyone else deals with the backline, and then he can start chopping once we apply a combo. So I kind of like it. So maybe we'll try this build here. The leper, the Flagellant, the Jester, the Runaway. I don't know why I sound like I am the announcer for Saturday Night Live. Bubonic, let us be the flagellant. You know what? Kinda can be my jester. The runaway. You could be, I guess it's gonna be Mother Zerg. Can we do O? Almost. Whatever, close enough. And then who's gonna be our leper friend? You can be, if I can spell it right, Void Kinesis, because he hits hard. I don't know. I think that'll work. Man, I should have added a little bit of creamer to my coffee. I did forget to do that. It's a very black blend. So yeah, we have the leper. Can crunch frontline armor. It's very hard. It's very hard. I mean, upgraded, if we land a crit, this will do 24 damage per attack. That's absurd. 2 different ways of applying mark with the Jester. A little bit of burn and a little bit of blight. So we have a couple of units that can do DOTs. Can you hit 2 backline? You can hit everything with Hearthlight. You can't hit the back at all, but you can tank. You can hit the back line, and you can hit the 3rd position. You can bleed the 3rd position. I guess that's probably good enough. We good? I think we're good. Let's do it. Bounty Hunter is a literal bounty hunter now. I've not played with the bounty hunter lately. I know how you get him.
Into the crumbling chaos.
He appears when you... Oh, we can't even equip this right now. We have to get it later. The bounty hunter appears as a poster above the fire in the inn after you've lost someone, I believe. Maybe that's not even a requirement. But I haven't had the opportunity to play with him because I feel like there's no point unless he's a strong character, because if he only lasts for one region, you're missing out on the possibility of getting relationship bonuses with your other people. That's what it feels like. Solemnity, reflection. With a jester, we don't really need reflection. So maybe we'll go for break to remove the block. It still does a lot of damage. Maybe we'll keep reflection for now. The flagellant. I do want acid rain and more. So we'll take punish, dump endure, and I think I'll dump fester as well. I know that it's a corpse clear. Everyone else is fine. Ransack. It's a pull. It doesn't apply a mark though. If this applied a mark, it would be great because you could pull an enemy forward and then smack them with the leper. In fact, that still might be a very positive ability to have. What would we dump for that? Well, really, I kind of like everything. We could dump Searing Strike because you're not going to be in the front, so that works. We do have a few things to equip. Guess we'll give the Jester a heal because they tend to be pretty fast. The Leper with a speed of -1. Leper has pretty decent stun resist. Let's give him the coin. Gain when hit, possibility, if he's stunned, we get positive tokens, basically. It's pretty good. And then we can give him, probably not speed. We don't really need, that's a stagecoach item. I guess that's the only trinket we can really apply. We can apply... I guess it doesn't matter if he gets dazed because he's already so slow, but if he resists it, he gets a positive token. So we'll give you both of those, and then we'll get the heck out of here. Void Kinesis says, beefy boy. How much HP does this guy have? 36. The Flagellant has 50? Clutch Hitter, better crit, better damage. Pillager Fearing, I haven't read these yet. Pathfinder, weak grip. Braggart, low relationship chance, and move resist. Gain when moved by an enemy. Versus Cadaver, better crits, better deaths, door resist, and resolute has sworn off the bottle. So we can't use whiskey for relationship buffs.
The point of no return welcomes you
There's one other thing, by the way.
with open arms.
I finally understand what happened that one time when I was playing Darkest Dungeon 2 and I hit all those negative rolls when I was using the deck of cards.
Even your valley
It was because
is not
one of my
immune
units was a
to
kleptomaniac, which meant they didn't participate, and everyone else rolled negative. So it was only 3 negative rolls, not 6, out of a 1/4 chance, which is what I originally thought it was going to be. So let's begin here. Hearthlight, remove stealth unnecessary. We just want to probably just smack you guys, apply some burn. Dancer's balance on Jester, lol, perfect. Move resist. I mean, anything that also has a chance of applying dodge tokens is pretty decent to me. All right, you took 5 self damage. I guess that's the reason why the flagellant needs all that health, you know? Slice off. Can we inflict some bleed? You're taking 5. That'll kill you regardless, but we're not setting up a combo for the leper. If I wait 1 turn, this unit is going to die. Oh, but you know what? The leper is going to get blind. You know what? Here's the thing. Even if the leper is blind, he still has a 50% chance of hitting and critting. Oh, but you know what? He doesn't have the token yet, or he doesn't have the relic yet because we are not there. All right, you got horror. We knew that was going to happen. You're not blind. You can clear a corpse. Withstand, solemnity, reflection. You have no stress. I suppose we could clear the corpse, but that's a little unnecessary. I think instead we will just chop. Resisted the debuff. If we give him too much debuff resist, he won't ever be blinded. Oh, because we gave him this path, which reduced his debuff resist. If he doesn't get blinded, he won't get the crits. That's still okay. He has a 50-50 chance of being blinded, but I didn't really think about that until just now. Stack up some bleed. So maybe we actually prefer to have the vanilla leper who gets way more blind potential, you know? It's gonna hit you, but at least it purges one of those guard tokens. You're not even dead yet. Instead, you're just gonna be inflicting a lot of horror. I gotta acknowledge though, if he's not blinded, we can just smack. So the fact that his chop is doing, it did 6, why did it do 16 damage? I guess it rolled 12 and then it got upgraded. So you know what? This doesn't actually take, wait, what? I'm confused. I guess this doesn't take into account the path, but the debuff resist does. Okay. A little weird is all I'm saying. 3 to 6, 2 to 3. At least we didn't hit you, we hit the corpse, never mind. That being said, my dude is close to being dead. You're still not dead yourself? There you go. We're resisting some of this horror. He might not die because he does have Death's Door resist, but he should get, yeah, he should get it. Damage numbers don't show on the skills, but they do show on the damage preview at the bottom.
In this weighty gloom,
Well, it's weird that
a spark.
on that screen, this portion is affected by the path. This portion is not. It should be one or the other. Either it does not show the path or it does show the path. The fact that this doesn't means I have to run the mental arithmetic on my own. Chop skill does do more damage, but it's not shown. It's like, oh, come on. Minor
Are you shaken?
UI grievances. Minor.
Worse in store.
So much worse is in store. Like the fact that you took a path on the leper, which makes your synergy not quite work the way you wanted it to. Yeah, I did. That's okay though. If he's ever blinded, he'll hit like a freaking truck. We'll have a 63% crit chance.
Does much for the weary body. Even more,
No
perhaps,
negative
for the
relationships,
restless
likely.
soul.
We could use the songbook. We could also keep it. and use it later, but I think it's beneficial to use it now to clear the inventory space. It's gonna raise our stress, but our stress is basically zero, I should say, anyways. We could even use the dartboard as well. So anyone have very good relationships? 999999999. So the answer is no, but we will use the songbook regardless. Two negatives, the rest are positive. 8 doesn't matter, does it? Oh, 8 does matter, but that's okay. We have the ability to fix that. Zerg. I'll say classes here so I remember. Runaway, flagellant. Runaway, flagellant. There you go. If I can get one more stress reduction item, that would be perfect.
But fairly priced.
Boxing gloves, I'd probably just get the whiskey, although I think Resolute might be blocking it here. What else do we have? We can't afford anything. I've been told Flapjacks is incredible, but I can't buy it. If I could sell something for triangles, I would. So let's equip.
Mindfulness.
We can equip everything. Restorative items. More field hospitals to double the item selection. This might not even be a good one to add in. I don't want field hospitals. Fetor extra damage. Can we go to the Fetor? Fetor. No.
Will not be denied.
Regions to Mountain 3. It's actually, I thought it would be cranked up to 4. Minus 10% death's blow resist. More Candles of Hopes. Visit a creature den. Keep the flame at 40. We can do the right path, I think. Enter the tangle.
Mud and rain. Resignation and death. This land is truly
It's a field hospital scouting, not more of them. That's definitely worth adding in, absolutely. Thank you for that. I would have completely
One learns quickly
incorrectly
when survival demands it.
done that. I'll buy one whiskey. And then can I give the runaway and... Oh, you're resolute, so you'll not drink this. I should have checked first, let's be honest. But maybe we can crank up relationships between like the leper and the flagellant. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Ah, the in debuffs stack. Do they? 23? Maybe they don't stack. It's listed here twice, but the in buffs don't actually stack. Okay. Well, that's not terrible. All right, I'm just gonna get rid of the booze then. Anyone want a drink? We got our relics, we got our baubles. Death's door resist. Can't use this yet. -6 stress, unnecessary. Damage for 2 targets, 5% until the next inn. Honestly, I'm gonna use that just to dump it out of my inventory. We have plenty of slots left. Provisioner, no flapjacks. Rip. I like that Resolute is both the positive outcome for maximum stress and a negative quirk, says Connie. What are you talking about, Resolute? And we'll grab some cheap light. Bleed resist, apply on hit, apply on miss. Gain when missed. Stun. We have a trinket that deals with that, but only minorly. Minus flame drain. Whiskey flask. Could buy another one, but let's save our cash. Remove horror. Probably don't need it. What about, since we're going to the Tangle, what about like it's so expensive for one Molotov. Healing received per medical gear or luxury item. What do we have? Medical gear, scouting gear. I still like positive relationship chance. Because it's just flat positive relationship chance. I'm gonna take you.
A little
Equip.
company for the long ride ahead.
Mastery points. I know that I want the Jester to mark when they do fade to black. Oh, that's a lot faster now. And then I also kind of want acid rain here. Oh, you also do consume combos, which is not incredible. I could give you a better more. It's actually not too bad. I could increase the damage of chop, considering that the chop is absurdly high damage. That does seem pretty decent. Smoke screen. I like that this is just better. One extra blind and vulnerability on top of it. Run and hide is decent. Ally remove blind maybe. I'm just gonna go for the high damage chop. Okay. I think we're good. We have nothing else to spend. We have light. Can equip it on you. How did you get mellophobic? Did you... Hold on. Travel log. Oh, the Songbook of Touching Dirges gave you mellophobic. Interesting. I didn't notice. All right, well. Get out of here. Let's go to the Tangle. All right. As expected, no relationship quirks whatsoever. Yeah, relationships are very difficult to get from the first in, which makes total sense because you don't have a chance to really work around the relationships at all. But it looked like we still had a chance, like 18%. You wonder if a character can have alcoholism and resolute at the same time. That'd be interesting.
Resignation.
So hospital early, unnecessary. Hero shrine, pretty good. We can go to a lair. There's another hero shrine. What do you think? What's the chance that we could actually... Look at all the loathing. What's the chance we could actually do a lair this early on? Frick, man, I don't know. We could try. I don't really know what kind of a boss it is. Leper hero shrines? I like the leper as is. We might want to have like the Jester do one. They don't really have any extra abilities. B layer or B square? I hate doing the early layer because the early layer just gets me killed so often. Because like in theory we could do it, but it could also just completely ruin our run and get us killed. Little bit of a problem. It will probably kill you, says Gladair. You see, that's what I'm thinking. Cauterize for runaway essential. Yeah, I'm thinking like Jester runaway could get some extra things, some extra skills. Let's do our hero story first.
We must understand the past if we are ever to be free of it.
Let's do a shrine. Maybe we'll do runaway here. My painful memories hid from the warmth of their love.
Chapter 2. Beloved. Good fortune is a rare and wondrous thing. She straggled from place to place, drenched and hungry, until a kindly woodsman and his wife happened upon her. Childless themselves, they welcomed her into their home, where she warmed herself in the glow of their hearth and hearts.
Requires target bleeding, heals them and removes bleeding. It's actually like a very decent heal, and it doesn't require them to be low on health, it just heals them. Also, why does she have such a happy story? Wait a minute, this is Darkest Dungeon. Jojo says, I think second layer is the meta because having all the Region 3 buffs on the first 2 floors can sometimes drain you pretty bad. Region 3 buffs? Oh, yeah. Runaway good now. I guess we could get rid of, I really like this to remove dodge. We could get rid of ransack for the pull. Nice way of tossing in a heal. And then we're forced to go in this path. At least we have a little bit of combat before we have to worry about the loathing whispers. And lair bosses. I don't really want to do a lair boss this early, but I do. It's one that I've never fought before. If I'm gonna do one I've never fought before, I don't really want to get it done this early when we're at our weakest, basically, you know? At least this is combat. I'm gonna be honest, have I ever fought enemies in the Tangle? I feel like whenever I come here to the Tangle, I'm just skipping through the biome pretty quickly. So we'll definitely fight. It's gonna piss people off, but that's okay. -2 + 1, it's not worth it. Making them start happy gives them more to lose, says Gladair. Benediction enables the use of several powerful skills. I really thought that tree people would be better at burning. Oh wait, they are. I was looking at bleed. They burn very nicely. 2 block tokens on the front line, an arbalist and a bishop. They're all cadavers. Hold on. Cadaver Slayer, plus crit, plus Death's Door resistance. I feel like we should try to burn the bishop, because I don't want to know what he does. He's also faster. This is a situation where the leper's probably going to tank up, I would have to believe. We could also give him a combo potential so we can actually do something on this turn. Actually seems like a pretty decent idea, I think. Also blinded a unit, also removed one of the block tokens. I still like the idea of punching down the back line, but you know what? If we hit you, we should have targeted you first, but if I do hit you, there's a chance I can kill you. Purge the Unworthy. You did 3 damage, you debuffed me, cannot gain dodge for 2 rounds. Seems like not a place you want to bring a highwayman. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, you took the dodge, you took the combo token. Well, we have to pay attention to that in the future. 50-50 chance of hitting you, or do we withstand and try to tank some hits? I think we want to tank some hits. Resisted whatever your debuff was. Jester can now do a little lunge. 5, I think he's dead. He is dead. The combo doesn't really matter. Burn the tree man. So we should have definitely just done a backline hit with the flagellant. That's what we should have done. Try to remember that for the next time. I hate being crit for 14. Cannot gain block for 2 rounds. Really? These guys suck. But you're dead. 6, 8. No Death's Door, no Death's Door, 0, 0. Work on you. Now, I could attack you, but that seems unnecessary. Light's high enough. Let's, reflect. Could have attacked this. Oh, right, we should have attacked. Because you went down to Death's Door. My bad. You are debuffed. You are bleeding. Guess what?
This wound, at least, has been tended to.
It worked. Now, you're dead. You're not dead. You are dead. We should heal yourself. More should get that done since you moved early on this turn. You'll tank some hits and then heal on the next turn. Adrenaline tonic seems very good. We will blind your ass. You have debuffed me to the extreme. And I am bleeding up. But that's your turn gone.
Variable. Can make all
You're gonna heal, I forget exactly how much you're gonna heal 20%. And then we can also cauterize you as well. Chop. It did 20 damage. The leper admittedly can do a lot of damage. And then he moved first on this turn, which is just absurd. By the way, you're still comboed? How are you still comboed? Does Chop apply combo? What the hell? Am I missing something? Maybe someone can explain to me why he was comboed again. I don't think combo stacks. I mean, I like it. I love it. I want some more of it. Might even be worth it to take the 50-50 chance and just clear the corpses.
mistimed.
Still clears the corpses. That was weird. That sword is so heavy. This is mud. The animations, though, are so good. The animations are so good.
A little help.
Yeah, dude, the Runaway is a great healer. Who would have known? Who would have known? So my dude healed for 15 because he hit himself on that turn as well. You are taunting. That is not what you should be doing, though. Yeah, she's a good healer. Good healer. That went fine. That went fine. We're doing a few things incorrectly, but we're learning about the party. He didn't have blindness, so he didn't use the combo. Oh. See, I thought it would still have removed the combo, even if he wasn't blind, but I guess that makes sense. Max HP. 36. Turn end plus speed. That is very interesting. I like it because of the synergy with the two trinkets, though. Maybe we can give the max health to, like, Jester. Cuts into the crits a little bit, but I'm not really relying on the crits for damage, and him having an extra 3 HP might be worth it. But we could also give it to her, I guess. Her crits are even worse. Still 3 HP. I don't think it matters. Okay. I think that's acceptable. Map, where are we going? Oh, we're going to the lair. Oh boy. Oh boy. I mean, I like how that fight ended up for us. Ooh, that's worth equipping. Just to remove dodges, even. I like how that fight ended up for us in the end. I'm very wary about fighting the next boss, obviously, or the next lair boss. We could do it, but every time I've done it on Act 1, we've failed. And I've never fought this one, the General's Keep. Hasten to enemies. Plus 4 speed. That sucks.
A general. And
You're
his
blind.
loyal lumbering guard.
You're a ghoul. You're the same damn foot soldiers. Unless you pick up this boss's gimmick fast, you're toast. Oh god. Start with damage? I don't know. I don't know why you started with damage. Condition? Oh, yeah, okay, because of the end. Round start, not turn start. Okay. I got it. We have these too if we need big heals, so maybe it's worth going for it. So you can hit back 3. We could go for the Arbalist first, I suppose. He's blinded, and it might take a couple of turns to ice him. Oh wait, you're not the runaway. You're this guy. Okay, well, in this case, we're not blind. We don't need combo. Let's not worry about it. I am already misthinking about it. Piercing bolt. I'm surprised that doesn't also hit the unit behind as like an AoE attack. It is a piercing bolt after all. Debuff. Lower resistances. Hearthlight removes stealth, hits everyone. Good for removing dodge tokens. Run and hide is a stealth. Smoke screen is a combo, but I think a random adjacent monster also burns when target is comboed. Let's go for that. So it burned the middle unit. I wanted it to hit the unit in the back, but that's okay. We don't need to remove dodge. We have two different ways of removing dodge. Let's go for the damage, then we'll more. Wow, even on the crit, he still resisted it. Which I think was a... Was it a 0% chance? Or maybe 10%? What? Maybe crits reduce resistances by 10%, like they give you 20% innate piercing, I think. I want you to guard, so I think we will... 11 to 29! My lord, that is good. And imagine that with the crit bonus, if we can get it to pop. That's pretty sick. Yeah, our leper, or our flagellant is very slow. This is stress reduction. I guess you're taking 5. I'd have to crit in order to kill you, so I think what we're actually going to do is purge one of your block tokens. Because those units have 0% Death's Door resist, which is different from having no Death's Door resist. 0% means they will go to Death's Door and then you have to kill them again. So let's give you a taunt. Maybe you can heal a little bit. You're not bleeding, but maybe we can make you bleed with a piercing bolt and then we can get a heal off on you or something. Although, I don't know. Could, in theory, toss out a blind. But I think we'll just go to you. Because if the leper moves, yeah, I was gonna say, when the leper moves, we might be able to actually kill you. We got very close. We very much low rolled that damage. Arbalist, then leper. So he if the Arbalist chooses to use piercing bolts, oh, hold on. Yep. Sorry, I just launched the game today, so that means I have to rebind everything. Well, really, it's just rebind one thing. So it's this. If he chooses to use serrated bolt and gives us a bleed, that'd be perfect. Then you move. You can hit back line, so we should hit the front line. We'll hit you. So you're dead. So that's piercing bolt. That's a lot of damage. The wrong bolts, by the way. We will... If I do an attack, I heal for 10%. But I still kind of like the idea of just healing. Although if I do a backline attack, it will kill you. So you know what? Don't worry, you'll be fine. Death will not claim you. Now you're still gonna hit him. Oh wait, no, you're dead, now it's just you. That will probably kill you. Yeah, you're dead. Okay, so now... I'm like, is there a way that I can do something beneficial? And I think the answer is no. I like that that still purges the corpses even when you miss. Yeah, and I can't get a heal out, unfortunately. So we'll go for like a crit on that one or something.
A righteous action.
We might as well advance to the next one. What is going on? Order slay the wounded. Oh, you're gonna hit the enemy who is most wounded, which is probably the flagellant. Okay, we will probably in that case try to blind you. I hate the drummer though, and I hate this bishop, but we have backline targeters for them. Is the best sounding skill the knight or the drummer? Please don't focus fire him. I mean, if we're focused fired, maybe this is where we want to do a more, you know? At least give me a heal off of it. Wouldn't be a bad idea to also just heal, but let's do the more. If we're gonna get hit, let's get hit. %, debuff resist, 210% move resist. I can't move any. Oh, right, because we're in the tangle, they're all tangled up. I got it. I guess dazing you is not the end of the world. Stacking up more on you is nice, but we don't need to. Purge the unworthy. Stress, but we did hit pain. A little scared. Because if he hits a death's door resist, I'll be very, you know, not amazing and happy and pleased, but let's go for a chop. Didn't purge the combo. Flashing blade, you missed. I think that's for the best. Order slay the wounded.
Let us take a closer look at the thing.
He didn't use his powerful ability last turn, maybe because he was blinded or something? I don't know. I kind of wish that this guy was going to get bled, but that's not going to happen. Let's, Dude, we might be able to kill the knight with the leper. Probably not, though. But I also worry about the backline. I also need to purge stress on our unit, which maybe we should have done that on this turn. We're not blinded. We could combo. It'll hurt us and then heal us immediately. Urgh. Guaranteed blight. This is also like guaranteed blight. Connie says, yeah, definitely don't kill the bishop. Something tells me we should focus on the bishop. I'm gonna hit him though. Okay, you healed up. No one is bleeding. Can't smoke screen. Let's combo the burn. Hit the back line. Don't focus fire him anymore, please. Flashing blade. Ah, there's the bleed. Okay, so that's actually good. Benediction enables the use of several powerful skills. Now we should focus you. Also, 2% crit chance. What do you think? He's very wounded. But now we can cauterize. Solid heal.
This wound, at least, has been
He's still bleeding, though. No. 75%? If target is bleeding, you do more damage for 1 round. That's what your buff is doing. I didn't even look at that. But you have 75% death's door resist. That's absurd. I think we're going to blind you. least he is on death's doors now. Smite for 6, full stress. It's not that bad. I mean, we could go for the hit. We don't need to hit him for 8 to 21. We could just hit him for the small hit. Okay, you still missed. The flame on. I don't know what powerful ability this guy has, though, because I haven't been hit by his powerful ability yet. We need to do some de-stressing. Don't hit him. Purge the unworthy used 1 stack of the benediction. Don't count yourself out. He death stored again.
And now, the greatest test.
The leper is on death's door. But they can heal themselves, but only after death's door. Okay, so we have to heal him. Oh, you know what? No, we could have healed him, and he could have healed him. We have to heal him. Dude, this guy sucks. 45 HP. Okay. Buff him. Knight's doing more damage on low HP now? Really? I was gonna say, I don't remember him actually getting a debuff token when he got down to low HP, so maybe he does, he is better here now. So I'm going to heal up again. As soon as we deal with the knight, we're good. My dude just refuses to die. Yeah, so he does get better at death's door. That's annoying. Probably not ideal. Please. Oh, come on! Oh, Lord. Yeah, that's absurd damage. But hey, still have a cauterize. Crit yield for 19. My fire alarm's going off, by the way. So I'll be back in 1 moment. All right. The house has not burned down, but someone did leave a pan in the oven, and so it burned. We're good, though. We're good. All right. My dude has 25. Death's door resists still. He's not dying. He refuses to die. Can you heal yourself? No. Let's start working on the back line.
A master stroke.
Good crit. He's not dead yet, but he's getting close. Could you please murder this man? Thank you, my lord. It took a while.
All problems have their solutions, even the big
Now,
ones.
the bishop is moving next. Can't heal. I don't really want to get taunted. At least we did crit and reduce some stress. Cannot gain dodge, but our stress is very high right now. Let's tune up again.
There is comfort in
Harrison,
company.
welcome. Hello, streamer. Hello, Harrison. Wait, this guy's at the front. That seems like a bad thing. Usually when support enemies get to the front, they explode. So I'm a little worried about this one. You're dead. I don't want to hit the frontline enemy. So I think what I'm going to do instead is maybe smoke screen, in case we can get him to miss whatever he does at the front. Oh, he still just does focus fire. Okay, that's not that bad. It's not very beneficial, so we'll crush you. Oh my god, he's so good. And I mean, if we're gonna do it, we might as well do it with the corpse clear ability. Jojo says, thank God for clearing the corpse. I feel like I'm doing it correctly accidentally, but like, why go for a chop when a purge does it as well? Now it's just the bishop. Can't reduce stress. We all move before the bishop is dead. If the bishop is dead, let's... We can't really do any stress heals, now that I look at it. I don't even know what you can do.
The smallest variable can make all the difference.
Next battle. The true decision. Turn start, crit. Fly on hit, hearth light skill. Oh, this is for the runaway. Oh. Convert block to big block. That's actually pretty good on the leper. We can make him very tanky. Combat start, immobilize. Apply to attacker when hit, 2 damage. In when hit. I'm very tempted. Let's freaking go for it. What's the worst that can happen, right? We gotta learn about the lair bosses at some point, right? You'll love it, you'll hate it. Who are you?
He has retreated, undying, into a dream. And there he must stay.
Tangled Growth 1. Ominous vines encroach from above. Yeah, I did see the vine move. Taproot. Immune to everything. 99 HP, 10 speed. And then the Dreaming General 185. Can be burned, can be blighted. Okay. Flagellant moves next. What is combo? Blight, res, piercing. That seems very useful. I could burn, although I could just burn you, which is good enough. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. This will be in line with other warm-up runs. Make it to a lair and then die. You're not wrong. That very well could be what happens here. I feel like I would love to have a Vestal right now to put out those block tokens, but we'll get some hits in. Resisted. Hate to hear it. Hate to see it. Unsettling Whispers. 7 damage. A lot of stress. We might want to do some inspiring tunes in that case. Try to keep the stress down a little bit, but we gotta get more damage done. This is where, ideally, we get a lot of damage done. 21, literally the highest you could possibly do. Creeping Growth. Ah, so every turn, we get more rooted up. Do this Taproot at the back. We can hit it, maybe if we get a little bit of smacking in on it, we can prevent these from stacking up. We can hit them both. I would very much like to not be that low on health, but... Immune. It's reacting to attacks. The growth recedes. Oh, okay. So you still have Tangle 2, but you have Tangle 1. So I assume if we hit it again, we can make it go down to Tangle 1. Bleed 50, so the bleed isn't very good. How does the burn work? Random adjacent monster burn? That doesn't work because this thing is immune. That didn't take long. I mean, there's one of two things we can do: hit the general or hit the root. It's not that hard. What I'm surprised at is that I figured out how to do the freaking Hellion ones, because those are the ones where you're supposed to lose, but it fits with her story. Kind of like the idea of a blind. And then I kind of like the idea of, well, I mean, we're not blinded, so in theory that'll work. Like our attack will work. This won't do anything because you're immune to the burn, but it still does damage. You're getting stressed out. The stress, I'm realizing, is going to be the big problem in this fight here. Maybe we can taunt and take some of the attacks, but I have to hit with the damage that we can do with the leper. It's so good. But you're still just, you're slowing us down. Vines constrict both body and mind. Strangle 4. I don't know what Strangle 4 means, but targeted allies plus stress. So you can't do anything. We gotta get you out of the entanglement here. At least we did get a DOT up there. The growth recedes. On the wrong unit though. Yeah, the leopard did go first at the literal wrong time. Stirring some oil. Something moves beneath the ground. I don't know what that means, but can you hit the back line? No. So you have to hit it with your burn, unfortunately. But I have to recede more growth. Oh, it receded all the way. And then did we heal off of that? I don't know, that was weird. I think I will use an adrenaline tonic because something moves beneath the ground, and this is gonna be very big stress, but also a lot of HP. I really wish I could blind you, but I can't. Best we can do is apply a combo, which, you know, if the flagellant moves, it's a lot of damage. Oh, and they're both maximum stress. That's pretty bad. You're toxic, but you always go toxic. It still cuts into your relationships, I'm noticing. You're meltdowned. Cuts into your relationships again. Look, we're gonna have to pay for relationship benefits in the future, I think. Could you, like, not attack me so often, though? Stress is getting a little absurd. This is a good cauterize opportunity. I gotta admit, it's also a pretty good opportunity for this. Just use it. Your stress is low now. Death's Door debuff because we were melt-downed. This guy's half dead. We gotta get more damage dealt, though. We gotta get more damage dealt. You always want him to go toxic on bigger fights. He will, in theory, have the chance to apply DOT when enemies hit him, but it is a relationship debuff, which I think is not what you want.
A little help, impeccably timed.
But maybe we'll go for the more. We can't go to the more. We gotta still hit.
Stupendous.
Get the DOT out there. This will recede the growth. Get some hits in. Hit for 20. I think we'll kill him as long as he doesn't pull out anything that's BS. Oh, the leper! Again! That's okay, though. In theory, maybe we can hit de-strangulation fast enough. But it's gotta be from both of their attacks, which is very unfortunate. There's a combo. I think we have to do this. And hope that it hits the leper, I guess. Taproot 2. Okay, now you're down to 1. But the soil stirs. So you're gonna do BS again. I'm realizing. You're gonna do some BS nonsense one more time and hit these units pretty hard. But you are blinded. I hope that works. I hope that blocks it, let's say. So let's go for big DOT. There's a combo crit, so that's a ton of damage. 10 damage and stress. Soil still... You know what? That might be a free action. 16. Does he have a Death's Door? Creeping growth. Okay. Can't help but notice you do have maximum growthing. And our leper moved first again. 33%. We gotta hit. We just gotta keep chopping. I'm surprised, by the way, that we are not blinded at all on this combat. The 53% resist has basically negated all our worry here. The growth recedes. So you want, I'm noticing something else. You want to attack the root when you have 3, because if it targets them, it removes all stacks. I thought it would remove 1 level. That's not how it works. That's very good, very good.
The enemy weakens. And
So can I hit you for 9? That's the big question. I don't think I can. So I think we let you hit Death's Door and we kill you next turn, which means we either Battle Ballad or we blind you. Let's go for the blind. You also do less damage. You did crit for 15 and inflict bleed, but no one's dead. The flagellant is stuck though. That's actually fine, because in theory we're gonna kill you, I mean basically now. You have 0% Death's Door resist because you kill cadavers. We got him, oh my god. For the first time, we killed a lair boss without anyone dying. My lord. Toxic is less bad than a traditional meltdown. Yeah, but I still would rather not have meltdowns because everyone's gonna be pissed off now for the next biome. Crapsule, welcome. AJD, hello as well. Been watching the new save file series on Gungeon from like 10 months. Look, I got a lot of Gungeon up on YouTube. You're not wrong about that. Okay. Very good. The leper damage was insane, but I'm noticing a problem. He was never blinded, so the trinket is never really going to apply on him, the crit damage trinket. Kanye says, just so you know, the Waking Dead only triggers at max tap root stacks. I was noticing that. When we attack the root 3 times, that's when it actually does damage to us. I didn't really have too much of an opportunity to play around with that, though. Okay. I guess this increases the likelihood that we are blinded, which is nice. I don't think we can equip this. Nope. Apply to attacker when hit 2 damage, gain when hit if low speed, extra action 20%. I mean, that seems like him, honestly. We can have him tank and then get maybe extra actions. If stealth, 50% bonus crit, apply on hit Hearthlight, combo 50%. Hearthlight we do use, so this is just beneficial. Slower against gaunts, but that's okay. Turn N, convert dodge to super dodge. You know what? You give yourself block tokens with withstand. So these are gonna be super block tokens now. You, I guess add positive tokens if you resist a stun. But I'm not a big fan of, I'm not a big fan of the fact that that cost us so much relationships. Unfriendly, 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 very unfriendly. We're gonna have to buy so much food. So if we find an opportunity to hit up a merchant, we'll probably want to do that. That is not the map. Assistance. Shambler's Altar. We're gonna say no to that. Are we really gonna... Oh, wait, the loathing meter is at 0. The loathing abates. I guess this purged loathing. So we can go left. We can go to a creature den. But I think we want to go to the assistance encounter, even though we'll lose another armor. Unknown reward, hero shrine, ramparts, so no shop, unfortunately, but maybe we can get some in items here. I don't really want to go into a fight right now. I'd rather have like a little bit of time to do passive healing. I think that sounds good. Actually, maybe we go to the creature den, because if we don't, our unit is gonna go to 10 stress and have a meltdown in the camper. Segus Jr. says, I'm sorry, was that triple damage? What? That's an S plus. Reverberating readout, that's an S plus 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 tier trinket. You mean the crit one? Or did you mean this one? What's S plus plus? Ah! Extra actions, yeah. Chance for an extra action on kill. That's not what it is, it's extra action when hit. If low speed. You can't have meltdowns on the road, says Connie. Well, what the hell happens when you hit 10 stress then? Like, I have a plan on the trophy. 200% damage versus cadavers. Caps at 9, I think, says Jojo. I kind of do want to go to the creature den though, because if we get something that makes it cheaper to buy at the tavern, then we can just buy a lot of stuff. But there's a lot of combats, but maybe that's good so we can just like purge stress. The creature dens are not easy, but if they're bleed, we can just purge the bleed. But I suppose that they are also 2 fights one after another, so we'll run out of our abilities that are on cooldown and whatnot. I think I'm gonna go creature den. I don't want the runaway to be stressed out.
Is your coach prepared?
I mean, we already did the hard
upcoming
fight.
obstruction?
-1. Because stress is so high. We gotta purge the stress. This might be good. I don't know. If these are just gaunt, this could be good for stress relief. Still could be good. We'll tank up, I think. You're gonna move first. Makes me wonder if maybe we just want to... maybe Inspiring Tune. Health is looking low, but we're gonna taunt the next couple of attacks. What's your speed? 4. What's your speed? 3. So this has a chance of applying combo. This can blind. I kind of want you to more, but that's theoretically a lot of damage. Can they bleed?
What can we learn?
Low blow
upon
does
closer
bleed. Because if he
inspection?
bleeds and then has a tick, I would not like it. So actually what I think I'm gonna do is smoke screen one of these guys. And then I think we'll more. It's a little dangerous, but the leper is also gonna... the leper might not need to tank if you're tanking. I just don't want to be bled here. You are bled. Maybe you just don't get crit. I mean, it's a good cauterization target as well. So I think now you have super block. Look at that. You were hit twice, which is good enough. You can cauterize.
A small
This is
foundation
all about
of trust.
like healing a little bit of damage. You've been comboed, you've been blinded. I wonder how you got blinded. Read is 6. Probably not gonna kill. Probably not gonna kill the pillager crack shot. You guys like hitting combo with a stress attack. Connie says, the flame. My flame? Oh, right, the flame blinded him. That's right. Lots of like little mechanics in this game that sometimes you forget about, especially if you haven't played in like 4 days. Let's work you down. The bleed is most likely to land, and then it didn't, so, you know, that happens. You might as well self-damage yourself doing damage. Resisted again, but you healed very nicely. I wonder why. Oh, you taunted because of your freaking. You're fragile. Not fragile, but you're like. Meh, 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 meh. I like talking a lot. Yeah, we get it. Okay, at this point, kill someone.
Early results
My dude, though, needs a heal. We could also just give him a tank. Because in theory, you can hit the third position. Not with Shell Shock. Shell Shock will bypass. Blister Shot, you can taunt. You move next. You can't heal him. Maybe we just go for the damage and we try to kill him outright. I mean, if we don't kill him, he's gonna kill him, so. Okay, the combo soaked up that action. Oh, you know what? The leper could have, or the flagellant could have healed him, now that I think about it. Oh, he's so sad. Okay, reflection. 3 big blocks is pretty damn good. Give you a smoke screen. I don't think you can hit the third position. You probably can, actually. No, you can't. You can only hit the front lines. In which case, maybe we don't even heal him. We just let him passively heal at the end of this combat. Instead, we'll go for a little bit of a DOT hit. Put this guy on a timer. You missed anyways. Which means I can't Solemnity, but at least, you know what? It does reduce stress. So keep that stress moving down. Inspiring Tune is on cooldown. He's dead in 2 turns. I would love to get another Inspiring Tune out. I'm gonna just push you forward so you are a little bit closer. We move before he moves on this turn. This is a little stally, it is, but we can only stall up to a point. In Darkest Dungeon 2, it's a lot harder to stall, you know, permanently. In fact, you pretty much can't. Let's heal you up a little bit. You might as well give him the stress because he can purge it super easily. Has a chance of applying combo, but unnecessary. Unnecessary. Guess he'll do it regardless. That's an annoying crit because we're trying to reduce stress, but hey, it's a good cauterized target now. And he can heal himself. All right, our tanks are at least gonna be tanky for the creature den, but our backline sucks.
This wound, at least.
Light's also a little low, but that's okay. That went fine. We sacrificed like maybe 10% light for stun resist. We can turn that into positive tokens. We sacrificed a little light for some stress. Let's take a quick look here, because I'm looking at Daze resist on you. But you hurt yourself. I don't want you to go down to death's door, you know? Nor you have 6 HP. Relationship's at 2 level. Yeah, the relationship's pretty bad. We're gonna have to work hard to fix it. Everyone else is okay. That relationship, though, worries me. Is death resist? I guess we could do this. If you resist daze. You know what? Let's not even equip this one for the lower death door resist, because I don't think the upcoming enemies actually daze. They're just spiders. I say that like, oh, it's just spiders. Spiders are pretty tough, though. Neutralizing powders. You know what? That's a good one to equip. For the mega crit spiders. Turn end, speed, gain on miss, daze. Turn start. We don't have a forgettable trinket. I think that's fine. Spiders do days like a lot. Really? Oh, you know what? Yeah, web. They do. Alright, maybe we will equip it on you. I just hope you don't blight out and die, but we'll try to give you the blighting powders, I guess. Yeah, they do web. I forgot about that.
These seasoned
Hey, couldn't do this
soldiers
without you.
deployed to a
Relationship level
winding
3.
front, meant to prevent
Let's
the
go.
close descent from the mountain.
Alright, this is gonna suck. But we're gonna do it. Or we can leave. We're not gonna leave. This is a reminder to myself, though, that we do a lot a lot of damage, and we have tanks. So it's one of everything. Very interesting. That's fine. If they bleed, we can cauterize it. Neutralizing powders. Definitely put that on you.
We can rely
86,
only upon
pretty
each
good.
other.
So Hearthlight, I like it because it has a chance of applying combo, and it's going to remove all of these dodge tokens. It applied combo on the one enemy we needed, I suppose you could say. And we'll probably go for the Carrion Eater first. Oh, that ability has a cooldown, doesn't it? Yeah, we can't use it constantly. It's okay, we can maybe double blight the back line to hit them. In which case, but the blight resist is so heavy. Yeah, so I think we want to focus on Carrion Eater. They're not a very difficult unit, I feel. I never had that first wave, says JoJo. Yeah, I've never seen this either. One of everything. Blind. Hey, blind my leper. Bleed. That's a cauterize. We were stunned. Not great. But now we'll probably more. And because he's tanking on this turn, we'll attack with the leper. Yeah, that's pretty much what we wanted. Remind me again what the cauterize upgrades do. Let's look. Bigger heal. That's an 8% change. Still not bad. Gets rid of the blind and gets rid of you. But unfortunately, we were so speedy that
A small foundation of trust.
that they didn't attack into our unit, so we didn't get as much of a heal as we wanted. But that's honestly okay. That's another blight. If he gets blighted, it's not the end of the world, but I'm upset that they keep attacking him. We'll withstand. This is a super taunt with super blocks, and you have... Wait a minute. Round start. Oh, I guess round is not combat, is not turn. It's combat, then round, then turn. So, I was wrong earlier. You move first. Maybe we can kill this spider.
A slow dissection. An unavoidable
Hopefully that
end.
doesn't stun. It didn't. Slice off. Very low bleed resist. 6, so you are dead. The dog in the front is going to be a little annoying to kill. But as long as the light doesn't move down too quickly, we've got a good chance at killing him. It's just going to be a little slow. 50-50. Dude, the leper's damage is great. It's just like, he's never blinded because he has a 50% debuff resist. And I want him to be blinded, but that's not what the ability does, you know? We'll try to farm a heal out of this. At least for the next turn. Seems like a good opportunity to get rid of these dang old corpses. And if we can kill the spider quickly, we can have a next turn quickly. That's actually good. But we're not going to kill the spider quickly. In fact, you can't hit the spider up at the front, I'm realizing. A little unfortunate. The light is going down, but, well, it's a little unfortunate, but it kind of is what it is. Let's get some
Compassion, quiet
stress.
the howling mind.
Good hit, good heal. It's a nice, funky little heal ability, isn't it? I don't want to kill you on this turn. I want to kill you on the next turn. Because if I kill at the beginning of the turn, the enemies don't get an action. So that's exactly what we're gonna do here. Although we are stunned and vulnerable. You dick. Also, you can't hit him. All right, I'm noticing a bit of a problem here. At least now I should have used this earlier. Now you can farm up crits. So here's what I'm gonna do. You might not like it, but this is what peak performance looks like. Maybe we should have waited for the next turn because you were dead anyways, but I want to get a hit in. Oh, but they're all dodgy. Ooh. Yeah, okay. Well, you know. Oh, we lost one of our dodge tokens, or one of our block tokens, but we'll get more. They really want to go for her, but they can't because she's stealthed. Let's purge.
A miscalculation, perhaps.
It's not really a miscalculation, it's more of a what else are we gonna do? At least the vulnerability isn't bad. Okay, we have stun resist and we got stun. That's what we're looking for. We're blinded! Although we don't have the trinket equipped, I suppose. Leper's really nice, he's just a little slow. Can't help but notice also the stun resist does not stack turn over turn. Interesting. You might be able to use that to your advantage. As in, maybe you could get enough stun piercing that you can keep an enemy stunned permanently. It's potentially possible. It's an annoying crit. We're blinded. We're a little blighted up. Should have used the, maybe the clotting powders on her. Not clotting powders, but whatever the other powders are. Okay. We're gonna kill another one. Can I purge you? 3 to 6? Probably not.
Easily dispatched.
Okay. Now, if I more you, will you get the kill? I don't know. What we might want to do is just toss up a heal. Even though this guy is blind. He's blinded by science. Something. Big one's gonna move next, then the little one. It's possible we can get the kill, but... I mean, I really don't want them to blight her anymore. Let's try to kill a spider. Hey, relationship 4. I don't care if they hit him.
Agony by accumulation.
We do need better backline targeters, I feel. Don't get stunned again. Perpetual stunning. You're gonna get on death's door pretty soon, unfortunately. That's okay. Burn a spider. You missed. We'll make it out of this combat. I'm not worried about that.
Exhaustion
Okay,
takes hold.
you got more stacks. She's gonna go on death's door in 2 turns though if we can't get him though. And because the leper is stunned, he can't actually toss out a heal. But toss out a stress relief. Don't worry, I got you. I got you, girl. Did we get the heal out of that? I can't tell. You're burning and you're dead in 2 turns. We'll work on you. Now you're blinded. She might go to death's door, but she will be fine. You know what? We could toss out a heal on this turn, in theory. Smoke screen. Maybe we just want to kill you immediately, so we don't hit that death's door trigger.
A petty hindrance.
Guess we should have tried to burn him, maybe. Can we burn the second position? I don't know.
In the extreme.
Discounted trinkets. Oh, good. Not what I wanted.
And necessary.
Why are you giving me an exclamation mark? You okay? Yeah, I know. That's what you wanted. That's what you wanted to tell me? Hey, boss. I don't know if you know this or not, but you can give me all sorts of great trinkets and stuff. Isn't that cool, boss? Yeah. Okay, more combat. I can see it right there. Oh, that is not what I was seeing. That's like a... Your presence is a drain on morale. Oh, come on. It's like a freaking Wile E. Coyote thing, like a fake barricade written on a board in the distance, and I just thought that that's what it was. I don't know if you can hear it. I apologize if this is the case, but my housemate is trying to like pump up their tires, but they've been running the compressor outside for like an hour. Getting kind of annoying. How long does it take to pump up a tire? That's not a joke. What's the deal with tires? She's gonna purge the dodge tokens next turn. So we'll work on, you do move first. So if I hit you, then we can purge your dodge token. So we'll work on you, make you blind. That's fine. Because then you get a dodge token. Now she's gonna cauterize herself, I think. Although, no, yeah, we should. She needs more max health to get more value from that. Oh, also we're blinded. We're very, very blind. That's gonna be awkward. Put a baton. Use a bike pump, takes a couple minutes per tire. I'm talking about a car, by the way, not a bicycle. A couple minutes to pump up a vehicle's tire with a bike pump? You have strong arms. Wow. 25% chance it landed and it killed the dog before the riposte. That's pretty good. You can still hit the back line. I think we'll burn you a little bit. I pump my car tires with a bike pump. Lol, says Taco Sunday. Strong arms, that's all I'm saying. They didn't attack me at all, so we might as well attack and get a little heal out of this. Oh, actually we're gonna get a bigger heal than I thought.
What lurks in the beyond.
Good cauterize opportunity here again. Oh, there's no guard. Hey, Big Sopt, thank you very much for the resub. Thank you. Battle Ballad. Forward 1, extra damage. I don't really want to give that dog more turns, but I kind of like that it's bleeding me, because with the bleed I can heal. We are not blind. Okay, you're dead in 2 turns, so I don't have to hit you. I can hit the dog. Dog's gonna riposte, though. Dude, the leper is pretty damn good. That's fine, by the way. It gives me an opportunity to purge stress, which we're gonna do right now. Give you a bit of a stress heal, or rather, HP heal. We'll give you a stress heal in a second. Stress heal. Can't riposte if you're dead, lol. Great title if I can remember it. Can't riposte if you're dead. Stone Mountain.
Subtraction, an invariable result.
Backline's a little light on HP. Stress looking good though. Bum bum bum. Bum 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 bum. It's an oasis. Oases are amazing, and if you can get the items, the combat items, that's like 9 stress reduction just in your backpack at all times. It's fantastic. I've learned from my recent runs with oases that having that for the future means you can keep your stress down in bad situations. It's so nice. Yeah, so we'll because the stress relief here only applies to this unit. The supplies apply to everyone. Also, they have a 4 relationship now. If you get lucky, you can get both. Sounds great. I'll take what I can get though. So we are gonna give you stress relief. Not for the stress, for the HP, but on top of that too. I have 102 bucks. It's pretty good. Hero Shrine coming up. Let's go. I don't believe there's any decisions I have to make leading up to this point. Just occasional little bits of money in our pocket. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Easy there, horse. Whoa, buddy. Show me the way to whoa! Wilbur. I hate that little pig, Wilbur.
Will face the half-remembered horrors of their
Ani says, oases are so good, I always go to a region that has double. They don't provide that much health, but even like surviving a death's door check is pretty nice, but the real value is 9 stress relief whenever you want it. It's amazing. All right, I think we're gonna go Jester on this run. My dude has nothing. Let's give him another ability.
Jester. Chapter 1. Some strange melody. He was a layabout without aspiration or purpose, content to loiter on street corners, languidly busking for passers-by. Roughly ushered from the bustling commercial blocks, he wandered the forgotten corners of the city. An intoxicating melody drifted over a nearby cemetery wall, and he stumbled deliriously amongst the tombstones in search of the performer.
Play out. Target moves back 1. Oh, so this is the inverse to target moves forward and gets a strength bonus. It targets your own party, which I don't feel is very good. Sure, like a good block or a good dodge or a good attack bonus can mean a lot, but you're not really doing that much with your turn if you're just giving someone 1 token. You know, withstand from the, or the taunt one from the leper, it gives them like 5 tokens and 2 taunt and resists. I'm not like directly comparing the two, I'm just saying it's not that meaningful in a fight. Jester's big thing is Encore. I suppose, yeah, I haven't unlocked Encore, so I haven't used it at all. A super block remove combo. A chance of a crit and remove combo. I don't know. I don't really want either of these. We gotta purge Braggart at some point. All right, what else did we get from that? Nothing? I think we got nothing. All right, there's gonna be Loathing, then a Oblivion's Rampart, and then we're out. We have basically maximum HP finally. I think we're good. Connie says, the Jester's story is infuriating to play. I've generally heard two negative, like big negative things about Darkest Dungeon. One of them is the Jester's missions, and the other one is the Chapter 3 boss. Those are the things that I think people are most this game is unfun about. Yeah, we did get Milk Soak Linen. Even if we don't get the value of that relic, if we need to remove the blindness, now we can. We like linens when we're dealing with lepers. Now, in theory, we can do a lot of damage to the front. But they start with block tokens. Oh, they start with big block tokens, too. Altar of Obsession. What? Oh my god. I guess it makes, you know, Obsession, I get it. Every turn, or every round, they have a chance of being taunted. We have to attack a specific unit. Interesting, and then they all have big block tokens. I suppose maybe we still want to go for the Herald and the Altar since we can tank so well in the front line position. Could try to go for a bleed on this guy. Our leper is blinded, by the way. I don't think we need to taunt immediately. How do you have lower Death Door resist for the inn? Because of this? Yours is minus 15. Why? Is it because did you survive a Death Door? Why do you have debuff? Just because, I guess. Like, why not?
A brilliant conclusion.
Okay, DOT up. Jojo says, I failed the highway robbery twice because I'm dumb. Is that the highwayman's next thing? Highway robbery? Connie says, I wonder what the last two altars are gonna do. I don't know the names of the chapters, but Obsession, Taunt, thematically it does kind of make sense, doesn't it? Unlikely to burn, but we still need the damage. If enemies can't burn, she's useless. We need burn piercing.
Agony by accumulation.
Weaving, so that's gonna be the heal. That's fine. Ah, you are taunted. But in theory, if I use an ability that can target someone else, I can't even use Firefly. I have to use something that hits this unit. Very interesting. Well, in theory, I could use Hearthlight. Doesn't really do anything, but we can use it. It'll purge the taunt token. Added a combo. It's not bad. You have to take 5. 6 will do it. So you're gone.
And wanes.
You crit me for 2, which is not that bad. We're bleeding for a lot, but we can purge that later. Might be an opportunity to more now since you are bleeding. I do like the idea of this acid rain though. But let's taunt it up. In theory, maybe that is an indication of that's how it works for enemies, but I feel like when I taunt, sometimes the enemies still ignore my taunt. Maybe it's different when it's on the player. I don't know. Oh. 50%, 100%. We're gonna go for the 100%. We have to punch down your super block, unfortunately, but now you have taunt. That sucks. But we'll combo and blind you. Yeah, why not? Oh, my Jester also has 2 taunts. Oh, stop getting taunted, you dick. Yeah, cauterize. This is slower than I would like, and because it's so slow, I worry about future fights, and I worry about future fights being slow and us being very,
Then apply it judiciously.
well, very much garbaged. Like, I worry about future fights becoming slog fests where we can't actually kill the enemies, and I'm scared. I'm a little scared. I gotta be honest. I'm a little scared about it. I know this guy has regen, but he doesn't have blocks, so we're going for the damage.
Strength dwindles.
Still have another turn. You crit. We have many taunts out, but you're basically forced to taunt the. You're basically forced to attack the flagellant. Oh no, I'm forced to fight you. Wait a minute. Ah, but they have 2 attacks. I'm realizing, which kind of sucks. So let's blind you. The boss is so gonna wipe you. It's the biggest DPS race the world has seen, says Connie. Well, I mean, in theory, I might be able to build my leper into DPS. Like, in theory, we can do it. It's just gonna... We need to get relics. We need to get some trinkets in order to get there. And if we die, we die. It's fine. We'll learn our lesson. We'll unlock some new things for the next run. I'm handling this incorrectly. We should have gone for the backline unit. Even if our leper couldn't do a damn thing. Because we have to find a turn where we can attack twice. Why are you the only thing getting taunt? 20 regen! What? Dot we can get around. Jester can get the kill. So we'll go cauterize. You know what? We should... We're getting... Well, I mean, it's a 75% chance of getting taunt, but none of the other enemies have gotten taunt at all. But we would have had to attack this unit regardless of what we chose, so... I suppose it makes sense that we're doing it like this, even though it's weird. It's long. Mostly that's because the enemies have so many blocks. Oh, you know what? I forgot to give you break. I was gonna get rid of purge and give you break. That's what we should do. It's like, didn't I have some way of getting around these block tokens? Yeah, different unit. Maybe only one enemy unit can get taunt at a time, so it's defaulting to the front. Which would make sense from a taunter. Hate your crits. This is where I love having like a Vestal or really anyone else who can apply the weakness, because applying weakness will get rid of the crit, or we could just remove it directly. I mean, honestly, try to dot you, and then eventually you're gonna get a whole bunch of regen, but it is what it is. On the bright, like, we're not taking that much damage. By the way, you're comboed. Don't heal. You added a block token. So you are actually dead right now. Beautiful. Oh, you're taunted. Damn it. Well, we'll kill you.
Another impediment.
Oh, stop with the braggart. Oh wait, this thing also has like a horrible AoE explosion when it's the last enemy alive. So maybe it's actually a good thing that we have Purge.
The
6 damage? That's not good enough. Azoic End. 10, 2, bunch of stress. I mean, it's not too bad. As long as it doesn't kill anyone, I'm happy.
Wealth is worthless
Bleed
without
resist.
purpose.
If stained item equipped, plus 100% damage, round end, minus 30% damage. I mean, if we have a DPS race, what if we equip this on our leper, and we give him?
The loathing whispers.
What if we give him? This is probably dumb. But what if we give him one? Oh, we can't equip them both. We can give him bleed resist and then give him this though. So now he's big crit when blinded, which I guess is probably better than plus 100% damage, lower damage over time. We'll give, although he can turn into a tank, but after 3 turns, your leper will do 0 damage. So that's not how it works. Idle Thought gives you 100% bonus damage and then minus 30% per turn. After 3 turns, you still have, well, after 3 rounds, you still have plus 10% damage. Starting on the 4th round, you start doing less damage. And then by the time you hit round 6, you'll have, at the end of round 6, beginning of round 7, you will have 20% damage, and then on the round after, you'll have 0% damage. So on the beginning of turn 8, you'll do 0% damage. But up to that, for the first 3 rounds, it's purely beneficial. From round 4 to 6, it gets bad. So it's 6 rounds before you do 0 damage, but yeah, it's like Wraith form, but for strength. Corpse plus 200% damage. Combat start immobilize. See, that's interesting to me. I wonder if maybe we could equip this. I don't know what that means. Like, we all get immobilized for like a round? For the whole combat? I don't know. Because the whole thing about the tangle is that the enemies are all like 200% move resist, so maybe that'll work. Anyways, equip this for now. We're just gonna go to the tavern. We have things to do in the tavern, although there is a, oh, there was a question mark. At least I thought I saw one. This was all a mistake. Did you just hurt everyone? I thought I saw him hurt everyone. More like biased cognition. You know, that works. Biased cognition, but no artifact. Permanent immobilization. That actually seems pretty good.
Much for the weary body.
Trinkets discounted.
More, perhaps,
Quirks.
for the restless soul.
From the Vestal's Secret. I hate this inn. Everyone gets like a positive and a negative quirk. Gaunt hate, oh, maybe just two chances at quirks. Gaunt Hater Martyr. Tracker. Rough Patch Route Scouting. Fanatics, more stress. Swine Hater. Prefer the simple life. Hemophiliac. Vigilant Combat Route Scouting. Minus 30% bleed resist does suck. 3 candles. 1 mastery. Fanatic Fearing. Austere. Well, let's remove some stress. Blocked by I mean, you can still read the book. Simple fare, but always titillating. You can't say that on Twitch. Travel heal. If we're not going to the Fetor, we can equip this. Oh, the sluice. I realized the other day the sluice is a bonus floor. It doesn't have any it doesn't take up time to go to the mountain, I believe. Healing received from skills. Fight 6 or less road battles. Resolute chance. Meltdown chance. Avoid the watchtower. We could go to the sluice. We need to repair.
The roads are rife with peril.
6
A little
tokens.
protection is always welcome.
Don't care. Don't care. Don't really care. Well, garbage trinket. Like, I don't get the point of trinkets being cheaper when they're all garbage. Like, they're trash. They're expensive and then trash. We'll buy simple light. This inn also has nothing. Like, I really want things that improve party relations, but I don't have any. No mastery mission makes me go to the slowest because I'm greedy, says Jojo. I might just go there because I've only ever been there once, you know? We could buy some food and then go there for some extra loot, I think. What else do I have? Death Door resist, burn resist. I mean, I suppose I do want you to have this, so... Why does your bleed resist 0? Oh, oh, you got the hemophiliac. Okay, well, you should definitely have this then. Even though it means you can't be healed by cauterize. So you have a chance of being blinded. The blindness gives you 66% crit. It's pretty good. Connie says, I'm waiting for you to meet a familiar face in the sluice. Is it Wilbur? It's probably Wilbur. Give the linen, which is what we want. Blight resist is actually pretty tempting. You have that for stress. Apply to attacker when hit 2 damage, gain when hit if low speed extra action. That's really not gonna apply on anyone, but at least you can do damage. Get this out of here. Do we equip the General's Dream? Prevents us from being shuffled. It means that we're guaranteed to be able to use all of our abilities at the positions we want them. So I guess we can equip it.
Let them know us by our reputation.
We can always swap it out later, I see. Travel heal. If we're not going to the Fetor,
reconfigure.
We'll have the travel heal.
Each challenge on its own terms.
I think I will go to the sluice. And then we have a lot of upgrades here to do.
Spend what you
I'm looking here and I'm like, I don't know what to take.
if
we're going here, we need blight removal for the swine heaver. I think we'll also grab like
a bit of
2 breads
on the road to damnation.
Make sure you have some bread. Make sure you have some bread. 50 is okay, 36 is okay. Chance to produce trap items for each location. Is that worth 40? Numbus says the academic has some really good lines. He does have some good lines. Disease resist. Remove stun, add dodge. I right-clicked. I'm glad I didn't accidentally buy something. Trap items seem subpar, says Connie. Well, there's one trap item that bleeds everyone, and then as a result of hitting everyone from the enemy party, it can remove dodges or your own blindness. And then there's one big trap item that immobilizes and does multiple bleed damage. I've seen those two. I don't think I've seen other trap items, but those are still okay. But I think I like all of these, so I'm not gonna worry about it. Even though combat items can be, strong, stacking them up. I think we're good to go. I actually just don't know what else to really grab. Medicinal herbs, we can remove some dots. But we can't do any what I'm worried about is party management. Good chance of some positive quirks, but then we have this. 33%, 38% negative. 70% negative, so we're probably gonna get some negative quirks, but I guess we're just gonna go for it, Do we have any stress relief? I don't think so. Jesus. Maybe we'll grab some laudanum then for minus stress. Okay.
The means of mastery.
Who gets upgrades? You need more damage. You also need more damage in the back line as well. The more is a much better heal. It's literally double healing. Inspiring tune for more stress relief. Fantastic. You, better burn, I would like. Like going from 3 to 5, that's huge. Cauterize, we'll use it whenever someone's bleeding, so that's pretty decent. Remove blindness, it's actually not what we want. Run and hide is a personal heal. Smokescreen for 1 more blindness is pretty good. Did you change the skills on the leper? No. Do I want to? I guess we do. It's high damage. If they have block, it's better to use this than it is to use chop. Heal 50%. Then probably an acid rain. And then probably, I know I have to swap it up. Give me a second. I like Slice Off for the vulnerability, but you know what? Razor's Wit for the dodge. It's pretty good. But you know what? Give me vulnerability. Connie says you don't really need reflection. Yeah, I mean, Solemnity reduces stress anyways. The Gesture can reduce more stress if we need it. And I don't really want the debuff resist, I suppose. We also have the Milk-Soaked Linen combat item. If we have to remove blindness, we can. Like, if we just need to hit for, like, 2 damage, we can just do that. I do like the vulnerability. Like, if we can vulnerable an enemy that the leper can hit on a crit, the damage is absurd. Sorry, misclicked. So yeah, we'll get rid of, I think, Purge to take the break. I like Reflection because it is still something that he can do on an off turn, but maybe we will take Purge. He can always just smack the clear corpses if he has nothing else to do. So Withstand, Solemnity. I mean, that by itself is -6 stress. It's pretty good. Okay, so you have the Linen. You have Chalk Dust, which hits everyone. You might want to have Laudanum. You have Mineral-Rich Waters. You might want to have. You know, you might want to have that because we actually have a lot of stress. You might want to have the Anti-Venom. Although maybe if we use this on the first combat, we can just purge it. Are we ready? I think we're ready. Not a big fan of the fact that we're gonna probably have some negative relationships, but that's okay. Wanted to check these one more time. Fanatic Fearing, Move Resist, Swine Hater. He's a swine hater. -20% damage taken. All right, let's do it. Rest. I'm scared. There's a reason why I'm stalling, by the way. You know what? Buy more food. Give him more HP.